Here we are in Deerfield Parade, New Hampshire. See, it's a little historical part of the countryside here. One of the largest agricultural fairs occurs in this area every year, the Deerfield Fair. Beautiful, quaint little village. Lots of dirt roads still. You can see the old farmhouses. Settled back in 1766. Deerfield, New Hampshire. Just north of the Pawtuckaway Mountains. Pawtuckaway is an interesting group of mountains that was formed from a volcanic dike, a ring dike. A bubble of magma came up through the cracks in the earth 350 million years ago and created a bubble of magma that cooled and collapsed into a ring with a center flume of harder rock that we call Middle Mountain. And several glacial periods came after and wore it all down to its present size. It's about a little over 1,000 feet above sea level. Back in these old roads, you find cemeteries dotted all over the place, little family plots. For hundreds of years, people lived and died in their homesteads and were buried in a plot right on the property. Didn't have public cemeteries, memorial, were always small and close-knit members of the community. These back roads can get bumpy. There's another little town coming up called Nottingham. My sister and her husband and family used to live in Nottingham. One of my sisters. Turtle Crossing. Figured I'd head east as the sun is in the western part of the sky. I don't want to be driving into the sunlight, throwing glare all over the images. This video, I'm just learning how to use this rig. Hopefully the audio is coming through. Usually there's tons of turkeys trying to cross the road. But so far I haven't seen one all day. Now we're in Nottingham, New Hampshire. We just saw the welcome sign go by. Roads are probably a little bumpier around here. As it's an even smaller town than Deerfield, we can look out this way. We can see some of the blue hills. I don't want to. That trail up there leads to Round Pond on the Pawtuckaway State Park. Speed limit is quite low, 25 miles per hour, because of these curves. That's a narrow road. A lot of trucks come through here. You gotta be on your toes at every moment, with eyes in the back of your head, though. Driving through a small rainstorm, it seems. Now the road's slick. I probably should head home soon, seeing as I might have some windows still open. I don't think this storm's happening at my house, but you never know. Usually these storms are just localized. There's a boat ramp road right up ahead here. We'll take you down there someday. I don't feel like going there right now. It's probably too wet to be walking around in that mosquito-ridden place. See these ancient walls everywhere. The pioneers plowed, cut the forest down, plowed the fields. The fields are very rocky in this area. called a stone boat, which was like a sledge usually pulled by oxen. And it'd roll all the stones they turned up in the fields onto these sledges, and the stone boat would go over and it'd mark their boundary lines with the stones by building walls. Loose, no mortar, just pile the rocks into a row, mark the boundaries, and hundreds of years later these walls are still there. All through the forest, you'll find them. Should be coming up to a hill soon. Starting to get fogged up in here. I got my air conditioner going, but see that mountain I was telling you about. We Pawtuckaway. The fire tower on top of that one. And there's a middle one and a North Peak. Beautiful sight in the low mountains. They probably were once pretty high. You could see that there was a bubble of rock that collapsed. Anyhow, I'll get back in the car out of the rain. Gonna shut that off and open the windows a bit. We'll back out of here. Hopefully we won't get rear-ended. Smell those cows. us.